What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So, yet again, Deshaun Watson, starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, was abysmal, horrible, and another loss, right? The Cleveland Browns lost to the Washington Commanders by a score of 34-13. Deshaun Watson was 15 of 28 passing the football. He only had 125 yards. He was sacked a total of 7 times, right? Now, the brother finished the game with a QBR of 8.5, right? Now, the kicker about this is he had a lower QBR in the first game of the season, week 1 against the Dallas Cowboys. He had a QBR of 8.3. That is atrocious. Like, I don't even know if Jamarcus Russell and them had a worse QBR than this. Like, and I'm saying this, it's really sad to watch because the brother is the only player in the NFL who has his entire contract is guaranteed. The NFL don't do guaranteed contracts, and they're probably gonna try to stay away from it. And they're gonna use this as the reason to stay away from it. How Deshaun Watson has been performing as a Cleveland Brown. Listen, I'm watching him, bro. He looks defeated. Body language, he looked like he don't want to be there. His teammates don't even look confident in him at all, right? Now, if they cut Deshaun Watson before June 1st, they still will owe him $92 million, right? So they trying to stick it out with him and ride the wave with him. But bro, like on the season, he got the worst QBR in the NFL on the season. It's 20. It's 20. Now, this is the same Deshaun Watson who led the NFL in passing yards his last year in Houston, right? He averaged 104 passer rating in Houston. So, since his departure, everything has been downhill. It ain't like he playing with some bums offensively. He got Njoku, Amari Cooper. He got some weapons offensively, man. But the problem is psychological. And I'm going to tell you what's going on. He's suffering the same fate that Tiger Woods suffered after he got found out. What do I mean by that? When it was discovered that Tiger Woods was a freak of the week, a freak of the highest proportion, his image took a hit. And it took a toll on him to see his image take a hit for the world to see. Not only did his image take a hit, his wife left him. She got a large lump sum of change. His kids was gone. All of that. And the world saw him differently. They saw him through a different lens. Because before he got into that trouble, where his wife found text messages from all these different women, before he got into that trouble, people looked at him as pristine. They would never associate the type of cheating that Tiger Woods was doing. They would never associate that to him. Not prim and proper, upright Tiger Woods. I'm not black, I'm Calablasian. Whatever the hell he said he was. I don't know what he was, right? Because his mom is Asian, his dad is black. But I'm not black, I'm Calablasian, whatever. You know, super pristine, upright. They would never associate that type of cheating to Tiger Woods. They would associate it to an NBA player. You know, one that got tattoos. One NBA player that they feel like is ghetto or something. Oh, one of these hood athletes. Oh, maybe an Allen Iverson would do that. Maybe a J.R. Smith would do that. But not a good old Tiger Woods. Maybe a Latrell Sprewell, not a good old prim and proper Tiger Woods. And when his image got hit like that for the world to see, he was gone psychologically as an athlete, as a golfer. Like, I don't even watch golf for real, but I think he was struggling to qualify for tournaments. He wasn't winning tournaments like he used. He was not winning these tournaments like he used to win. People was talking about his precipitous drop and how he fell off like bad dope. And that's the same situation with Deshaun Watson. After we found out he liked to get all these happy endings, you know, with these massages, and he's been accused of assaulting girls that were massaging him, all of that, it seemed like his talents all died on the massage table. Like, it seemed like that. But really, Deshaun, I don't think it's anything, because he hasn't had no crazy injuries like that. Not nothing crazy to where like, oh my God, like this will just hamper him from playing. Psychologically, I think because people looked at Deshaun as upright and prim and proper and pristine, right? He was a good guy, all around good guy. Spoke very, very well, carried himself very well in the public eye, and was a phenomenal athlete. When these things came out about him and these lawsuits started hitting, I believe it took a toll on him for the world to look at him like a freak. For the world to look at him as like a nasty type of dude, as a super, super nasty man. And I think that affected his play. I think since he felt like people look, I think since that all of these lawsuits have come out, I think it's taking a toll on him knowing, yo, lawsuits keep coming out. Because one, it's a new lawsuit that just came out not too long ago, some weeks back, right? I think that's taking a toll on him, and he like, yo, the world looks at me different now. They looking at me as not a good boy, not a good boy, but you know what I mean. I shouldn't say boy. You know, I don't like them connotations that could be used towards a black man, but like as a good, they don't look at me as a good guy no more. They look at me like as a freak or like a perverted individual. And I think that's gotten into his psyche. Cause what, like 90% of playing quarterback is mental, right? And you see the mental lapses that he's making out there on the field. Time and time again, he looks dejected. And I believe it's because now people look at him completely different, and he's looked at as like some nasty freak. You got people looking at him like he is on a rung or two lower than Diddy. You got people looking at him like he's about 2 notches lower than Diddy. And I think that has made him feel like, yo, I'm thinking about more than football out here. I'm thinking about, you know, how I'm being viewed and my reputation being sullied and whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like with Tiger. When that stuff happened with Tiger Woods, man, he lost sponsorships. And it wasn't just about the money for him. I think it was about him getting found out that he likes to philander, that he likes to engage in a lot of sex with a whole lot of different women. And he never wanted that to ever be out in the public. He always wanted to be like the proverbial good guy, the upstanding guy for the American public to rally around. And when that happened, it was like, yo, but I'm looking like Tiger. Just keep being a freak. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, if you married, they're going to look at it as immoral. But if you getting a divorce and you move forward, don't worry about what other people going to say. Take care of your kids. Keep being a freak. And you'll be all right. You know what I mean? Like, but I think him had that, like the fact that affected him for real. That affected him. He like, yo, now they're going to look at me crazy. Now that America ain't going to be able to rally around me. But I'm looking like Tiger. If you only knew what a lot of these dudes be doing in their personal time when they're away from their wives, they be doing what you do, probably even worse. But again, he was worried about how he would look to the public, and he never was the same as a golfer. Never was the same. It didn't even come close to the same. He was winning major tournaments after majors, killing it, right? And after that, he fell, took a precipitous drop. He just fell. Deshaun Watson the same way. You've never seen this like this in football, like this, where a dude is at the pinnacle. He's not old. He hasn't had these crazy major injuries, and he is a shell of himself all the way through and through. And again, this is where Deshaun Watson, he just came from, like, this is his last year in Houston. He had the most passing yards in the NFL, right? And now, and look at him. Now, I know his offensive line is not good. I know it ain't the best for sure, but it's like, yo, he is like overthrowing people, underthrowing people. I mean, accuracy way off. This is a dude who was shredding Alabama's defense, right, in college, and shredding NFL defenses for real. And we like, yo, this dude is, yo, he's nice. And now we look at him and with a whole completely different mindset. We look at him in a completely different way, and he knows that, he can feel that. A lot of people look at him like that, rather, you know what I mean? And you know, he knows that he can feel it. And so now it's creeping into his mind when he's playing football. He got a scatterbrain. It's not even just on football. Now he's, oh my God, what they going to say about me now if I don't play well? What these lawsuits keep coming out? What they going to keep thinking about me? That's what's wrong with Deshaun Watson, the lawsuits, man.